In times of war, we're faced with a very difficult situation because we want to do something to defend or to help those who need help and who need somebody to defend them. What is the best way to help defend those who are being attacked and who need help? Well, a lot of people would immediately respond with this: you must fight back. However, this only perpetuates the cycle of hate, and it simply uh, continues to make things worse and worse. Furthermore, on both sides of any war, both those who participate in it or who support it directly or indirectly end up with innocent blood on their hands. I'm sure a lot of people debate endlessly as to whom has more blood on their hands and who has less, but the fact is, everyone is guilty and ends up with a troubled conscience, with a lot of after effects, and well, because we know deep down that that um, that violence is always wrong, and that that we 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 end up um, we end up losing our innocence, and we also uh, know that it's the right thing to do to to always stay peaceful, as as it was taught to us. Continue to love your enemies and to pray for those who persecute you or those who do you harm. Now, it says very well, continue. So, a lot of people will say, well, in times of war, that no longer applies. No, it actually even says, if you love those loving you, what reward do you have, or what's so special about that? When everything is going well, it's quite easy to love one another, and we can even, to some extent, find that it's possible to extend love to even those who don't like us. But it's in a time when situation gets critical that we really see the extent of our sincerity and the extent of how much we want to continue to always do what is good. Yet, it is very clear what we must do. It leaves no uncertainty. Um, it states well, return evil for evil to no one. If possible, as far as it depends on you, be peaceable with all men. And it goes into even more practical terms. If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink, for by doing this, you will heap fiery coals on his head. That is to say, you will um, draw out the good in your enemy and seek peace. It says, do not let yourself be conquered by the evil, but keep conquering the evil with the good. So what must we do in practical terms? Well, it also says everything that is within the power of your hand to do it. So victims, people who are suffering because of a war, who need help, we might be able to help them in all kinds of ways, whether with food, clothing, shelter, medicine, providing them a place to live, and the like. This is all things we must do. Just because we do not resort to violence and take up arms doesn't mean we stand with our arms crossed and do nothing. We must do everything. We must make every effort to assist those whom we can and conquer the evil with the good. However, the question remains, would it not be a good thing to seek to ourselves take up arms and seek to defend innocent people who are being attacked, who do not want to resort to violence, but who are themselves being attacked? Should we not physically take up arms and try to defend them ourselves? Would that not be the right thing to do? Well, again, as we've seen, the most wise person in the universe, our Creator, has provided clear guidelines that this would never be the right thing to do under any circumstances, to participate in a war. But then how can we help defend innocent people? How can we protect them when they are being attacked? Well, what's the best way to protect anybody? Let's say, like, we imagine the worst possible kind of attack, a nuclear missile. Well, then it would be to provide each person, each family, with a foolproof bunker that can withstand a nuclear attack and therefore anything else. Yet this is not possible, and it's not realistic. But that would be the best thing to do. It would be to give them as much protection, the best protection possible. Well, how can we do that? We'll continue on that